Sitshona njani isizwe sinamthwakazi silamukela njalo kwesinye isiqephu sethu sezindaba kumsakazo we-Citizens Movement Radio namhla kungoLwesibili zintathu kuNhlolanja ngomnyaka ka-2026 indaba lezethulelwa ngikhethiwe Chuma. Kwezihamba phambili namhlanje umongameli uChamisa uza kusithungamela kuZimbabwe entsha kusho uMkhwananzi. Umnangagwa usetshelwe ukuba afunde kwele UAE. Usikhala ubuyele njalo enkantolo. Nanzi indaba zethu ngokugcweleyo. Usomlomo webandla eliphikisayo uPromise Mkhwananzi usethembise ukuba umongameli uChamisa uza kulithungamelela leli lizwe maduzane. Ekhuluma lomsakazo we-Citizens Movement Radio lapho bekuthakazelelwa ilanga lokuzalwa likamongameli uChamisa efikisa iminyaka engama-48, uMkhwananzi uthe umongameli uChamisa uza kuliguqula leli lizwe. Lokhu kuzakwenza iZimbabwe ibuyele esimeni sayo sokuba intandokazi yase-Afrika. Ake sizweni uMkhwananzi ekhuluma.
Ngamafitshane sithi thina-ke kuzaba khona-ke uhulumende okhokhelwa ngu-Advocate Nelson Chamisa. Uzaba nguhulumende-ke ogoqela imhlobo yonke lemikhuba yonke yabantu, amaTonga, amaNdiya, amakula, amachangani, amantawa, amashona, amandebele. Bazabe bekhona-ke kulo uhulumende ukuze-ke sibekwazi ukuthi abantu bakhokhelwa ngabantu bakibo abakwazi imikhuba yabo lakho kokwenziwayo lemithetho yabo yomhlobo wabo ugoqela wonke umuntu weZimbabwe ukuze sibe leZimbabwe inclusive, iZimbabwe democratic ebikhokhelwa ngu-Advocate Nelson Chamisa.
Umongameli webandla leZANU-PF lo obusa ngodlakela u-Emmerson Mnangagwa kumele afunde okuningi kwele United Arab Emirates lapho ahlanganele emhlanganweni wesithathu owe-World Government Summit. Lokhu kuye kwashiwo ngomela imbizo ekalele ephalamende umhlonishwa uKopani Matsivanyika ongezelele ngokuthi uMnangagwa kumele afunde emazweni asempumalanga afana le-UAE, iQatar kanye le-Saudi Arabia abasebenzisa izembiwa zabo kuhle ukuze bathuthukise amazwe abo. Ake sizweni umhlonishwa uMatsivanyika ekhuluma.
The World Government Summit is the prestigious international forum or a prestigious event where governments from across the world converge and meet in Dubai every year, every year to meet and discuss ways upon which they can improve their economic fortunes, tapping from the various investors who will be meeting in Dubai there. So, under this year's World Government Summit, you find that Zimbabwe has been attending these meetings for quite a long time, but there is nothing serious to show on the ground as compared to other countries like United Arab Emirates, countries like Saudi Arabia, countries like Qatar in the Middle East. Those are the countries who have got the ability to take maximum opportunity as they come to develop their countries. So you will find that in the case of Zimbabwe, the World Government Forum or the World Government Forum, it is actually an opportunity for these countries to advertise their long-term visions. It is an opportunity for all countries to forge strategic alliances at that prestigious meeting of governments. It gives them an opportunity as well to pull investment and talent. It also gives the countries an opportunity to validate their policies on a global stage. So you find that all that works to optimize their God-given resources for sustainable economic growth. So you will find that, let me give a few examples. In the Middle East, taking United Arab Emirates, which is the popular known, people normally call it Dubai. The United Arab Emirates has a sovereign wealth fund. It's got two sovereign wealth funds, which is largely the largest in the Middle East. So you see that United Arab Emirates manages two social sovereign wealth funds. A sovereign wealth fund is a fund which is built for future generations. In our case in Zimbabwe, we compare it to Mutapa Investment Fund. So in United Arab Emirates is managing two sovereign wealth funds. The first one is called the Abu Dhabi Investment Authority, which manages assets worth over 1.1 trillion United States dollars. And another sovereign wealth fund is called the Mubadala Investment Fund. The Mubadala Investment Fund, which manages assets worth 276 billion US dollars. That is United Arab Emirates. So in total, the sovereign wealth fund of the United Arab Emirates is worth around 1.4 trillion US dollars. So if you compare with the 16 billion worth of assets in Zimbabwe, it's so pathetic. It shows that Zimbabwe, with its abundant resources, is going to manage to only to deal with to raise assets worth 16 billion in its fund. To me, that is a sign of a lack of determination, lack of due diligence on the part of our country. Let me give another example, a case of Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia manages a sovereign wealth fund with assets to the tune of 923 billion, which is more than 100 times our assets as Zimbabwe, which is 16 billion. But if you look at Zimbabwe, Zimbabwe is richer in terms of its natural resource endowments. Saudi Arabia is only endowed with oil. The same applies with the United Arab Emirates. They are only endowed with oil as a natural resource. But with Zimbabwe, if you talk of minerals, over 66 minerals, we have got the largest deposit of rare earth minerals in Zimbabwe. If you talk of gold, if you talk of platinum, if you talk of diamond, etc. If you look at our agricultural setup, we have got the best land for agriculture. We have got the best conditions for agriculture. But what is happening? What is happening is that Zimbabwe is not doing enough in terms of improving the economic fortunes of our country. Alas, or conversely, you find that this country is suffering from the corrupt syndicates which are being neglected by government. Government is actually playing a watch and see, a catch and release system on corrupt individuals. And start the bulk of the criminals are in the government themselves. They are in high political positions. They are in high political powers. So, by and large, it is clear and it is fundamental to understand that for Zimbabwe to improve and take advantage of these world government summits, it must ensure that the local environment is conducive for business. Let us do away with corruption. Let us do away with lack of respect for human rights. Let us do away with the lack of, with the undemocratic elections. Let us do away with the huge debt, ensuring that Zimbabwe is a credible nation on those fora, so that other nations and investors will take us seriously.
Owayemela izengeza West etalele ephalamende uJob Sikhala uye wavela enkantolo yasePretoria namhlanje kwele South Africa lapho kusungula ukushushiswa kwecala lakhe. uSikhala owaziwayo kubandla eliphikisayo wetheswa amacala okutholakala elezinto ezidubukayo lapho yena esithi lezo zinto zafakwa emotweni yakhe yilabo abacatshangelwa ukuba ngabebandla leZanu PF. Uboshwe ngomnyaka ophelileyo ngemva kokuba amapholisa ephiwe imininingwane yokuba kulezinto emotweni yakhe. Inkantolo kanye labahluleli badlulisele phambili icala lakhe enyangeni ezimbili ezizayo ngoba abashushisi basadinga ubufakazi emzimbeni wakhe. Omela iChipinge South etalele ephalamende umhlonitshwa uClifford Hlatshwayo usekhuthaze izakhamizi esabelweni sakhe ukuba zinanzelele umkhuhlane wemvukuzane yephaphu. Ekhuluma lezakhamizi emhlanganweni kule impelaviki esabelweni sakhe, umhlonitshwa uHlatshwayo ukhuthaze izakhamizi ukuba zakhe amakhishi alembobo ezikhipha intuthu ukuze bangahotshi intuthu le elobungozi emzimbeni yabo. Umhlonitshwa uHlatshwayo uyawamemezela njalo ukuba izakhamizi zenqabe ukubhema ugwayi emphakathini ngoba lokhu kuyingozi kulabo abangabhemiyo abafana labantwana. Inkantolo ephezulu ekhangela ngokubuswa kwelizwe iza kulalela isicelo mhla ziyisishiyagalolunye kuyona le inyanga lapho kusolwa isisombululo sebandla leZANU-PF sokuba kungezelelwe isikhathi sikaMnangagwa embusweni kuze kufike umnyaka ka-2030. Leli cala lihlanganisa uhulumende kanye lebandla leZANU-PF liphikiswa liqembu lomphakathi elaziwa ngokuthi iBheju likaZulu labo abathi leso senzo sephula isisekelo sombuso. Ibandla leZANU-PF lithi leso sisombululo abasenzayo sisemthethweni kanti njalo siqondile njalo sijonge ukuletha ukuzinza elizweni lapho besithi ukujintshwa kuza kuqala maduze. Labo abaphikisayo bathi ukujintshwa kwesikhathi sikamongameli sokuhlala embusweni kudingeka kuba kuyiwe ebantwini kuziwe imbono yomphakathi. Ukulalelwa kwesehlukaniso enkantolo esihlanganisela lo wayengungqongqoshe kubandla leZANU-PF Ignatius Chombo kanye lonkosikazi wakhe sokuveze ukutshontshwa okukhulu okwenziwa yilabo abayiziphathamandla kubandla elibusayo. Impahla ezitholakale ziloChombo ziyamangaza kakhulu ngoba zigcwele amadolobho wonke elizweni kanye lakwele South Africa. Lokho sokulethe imibuzo yokuba ungqongqoshe lo wazithola kanjani lezi mpahla ikakhulu emadorobheni. Omunye wesiphathamandla kubandla eliphikisayo Eric Gono uthi kulesidingo sokuba kuhlolisiswe indlela abantu abaphila ngayo ikakhulu labo abasebenzela uhulumende kuza kuba indlela yokwenqabela inkohlakalo. Ake sizweni uGono ekhuluma.
I-divorce kababa uChombo isiveze enye into eyethuse umphakathi ukuthi undoda lo ulenotho esabisayo, inotho ayi-accumulate ngesikhathi engu-Minister of Local Government, lapho-ke kade ezinikeza izindlu lama-stands emadorobheni wonke kuleli. Kuyasimangalisa ukuthi sokule more than 10 years ubaba lo wakhitshwa uminister, kodwa sikaze sizwe noma ngaliphi ilanga kuthonisisa ukuthi wayithatha ngaphi, wakuthatha ngaphi ukuthi azinikeze yonke limpahla azinikeza yona. Kodwa-ke lokhu kuyasibonisa sobala ukubana ama-politicians ikakhulu aweZANU-PF bangenela ezikhundleni lezi ukuyatshontshwa. Okubuhlungu ukuthi i-government ayiyenzi i-lifestyle audit yokuthi bebone ukuthi umuntu ngesikhathi esiyangena esikhundleni ube enothe okungakanani, njalo ngesikhathi esesiyaphuma uphume eselenotho engakanani, sokukhangelisiswa lenholo kade eyithola ukuthi kuyahambisana na. Kwamanje sikhuluma ngomuntu olezimota ezidlula abo-50, olezindlu ezivula ama-300. Kodwa sizibuza ukuthi into yonke le, inotho yonke le uyithenge ngayiphi imali? Thina simazi nje engu-Minister of Local Government, okuveza sobala ukuthi ube nento akade eziyenza e-abuse ama-powers obuminister, e-accumulate zonke lezi zinto. So going forward kuqakathekile kakhulu ukuthi government lenze lifestyle audit yama-politicians wonke, singakakhangeli kumbe singakabaniki izikhundla, bengakayi lapho abazayatshontshela khona umphakathi.
Izolo inkantolo ephezulu iyalahla isicelo salabo abebandla leZANU-PF abasolwa ngokukhwabanisa abathi uMike Chimombe kanye loMoses Mpofu lapho bephikisa isigwebo sabo. Ekulahlweni kwalesi sicelo, umahluleli wenkantolo ephezulu uPC Kwenda uthi konke kwenziwa ngendlela eqondileyo ekugwetshweni kwabo. Uye wathi laba babili bagwetshwa ngoba bebe imali engange-7.7 million ekukhwabaniseni ukuthengwa kwezimbuzi, kanti njalo lesi sigwebo sibafanele. Kusenjalo kwele Zimbabwe, usaziwayo kubandla eliphikisayo Godfrey Karembera owaziwa ngokuthi nguMatsibaba Veshanduko ulokhu ebhadla ejele evalelwe eHarare Remand Prison. uMatsibaba Veshanduko waboshwa kumnyaka ophelileyo, kanti njalo usencitshwe isibambiso inkantolo kaMantshi kanye lenkantolo ephezulu. Wetheswa amacala okuphehla udlame emphakathini kusukela ekuhazeni kwakhe amaphepha ayechothoza uMnangagwa eBudiriro eHarare. Amadamu amaningi aletha amanzi koBulawayo lokhe engagcwalanga iloba izulu line kakhulu lonyaka. Lokhu kubangelwa yilabo abagebha igolide ngokungekho emthethweni asebelethe udubo olukhulu lwamanzi. Iziphathamandla zithi imvula eminingi ethela emadamu le isigejelwe izindledlana ezokuba amanzi asuke aqonde kulabo abagebha ngokungekho emthethweni. Amanye amadamu asegcwele inhlabathi kanti njalo kumele akhishwe inhlabathi leyo. Kulamaphepha kugatsha lwezokubuswa kweleMelika aveza ukuba lo ohahabela abantwana uJeffrey Epstein nguye wayegcina incebo kalo wayengumongameli uRobert Mugabe kweleZimbabwe. Lokhu sokuvuselela insolo ezake zabakhona kuMugabe zokuba wathola inotho eningi kakhulu kusukela ngomnyaka ka-1980 kusiya kumnyaka ka-2017 ngesikhathi ilizwe lisifa. uMugabe eminyakeni eyalandelayo wabusa ngodlakela, wathatha umhlaba ngodlame, kanti njalo ilizwe alizange lenza kuhle kwezemkhonomi. Imbiko ithi imuli yakhe yathola imali engaphezu kwe-1 billion edoleni leMelika ngenxa yenkohlakalo okugoqela ukweba amadayimana kanye lama-bank account akwamanye amazwe, imota zikanokusho kanye lempahla zikanokusho. Ngesikhangele kwezemidlalo, ukuthengiselana kwabadlali kuvaliwe izolo kwele-England lakwamanye amazwe abamhlophe. Kube lotshintsho kubadlali bama-Warriors abathi uMnashe Garananga kanye loMarvelous Nakamba. uGarananga uye wabolekwa iqembu laseScottish iHibernian ebolekiswa liqembu lakhe leCopenhagen. uNakamba yena usedlalela iSheffield United ngemva kokusuka lapho ekhiphe ubudlelwano bakhe leLuton Town. Kumidlalo ye-English Premier League edlalwe izolo kusihlwa, iSunderland iye yanqoba iBurnley 3-0 lapho bezama ukusuka kungozi yokukhishwa emidlalweni. Namhlanje i-Arsenal iza kudlala leChelsea kuhlandla lesibili leCarabao Cup semi-final e-Emirates Stadium. I-Arsenal ithungamela 3-2 kumdlalo wabo abawudlala kuqala enkundleni yeStamford Bridge emavikini amabili edlulayo. Ukuziphetha lezi ndaba kumsakazo weCitizens Movement Radio nanze besihamba phambili. uMongameli uChamisa uza kusithungamelela kuZimbabwe entsha kusho uMkhwanazi. uMnangagwa usetshelwe ukuba afunde kwele UAE. uSikhala ubuyele njalo enkantolo. Siziphetha lapha lezi ndaba.